Passing the CISSP is like performing a bell sync dance or playing a team sport such as football, hockey, or cricket. I will explain you. In hockey, the stick and player moves as one entity. In football, the player and the ball flows together almost as if the ball is a part of body itself. Similarly, in a couple's dance on floor, two partners move in such perfect sync and coordination that they appear as one. Same way, preparing for and passing the CSSP requires harmony, hard work between knowledge, practice, and mindset working together seamlessly as
In the
one.
case of CISP, it is the same way, like dancing. You are learning for dance or playing cricket or football or hockey, anything. Suppose you are here, and in the case of CISP, you have started domain one now. So CISSP is coming to near to you, right? And gradually you have done 8 domains, right? Just just try to understand what analogy I am giving to you. Uh, Now, before 8 domain, you are here something, and now you have done preparation and question and all, and this is you and CSSP. Means to each and every topics, what important topics, what questions they ask, each and everything you have done, like videos, notes, and all. So you if you achieve this position, then you will be able to pass and understand that yes, I am uh, now 100% prepared for the exam. So kindly do questions as many as you possible. At least 100 question in a week. Try to 1000 question before your exam from any platform. Two, 3 books I have given. Name like Cybex, Ocean, and other you can anything. Sean Harris. So, so only now you have sharpen your tools, but you are not using your tools, right? Unless and until you are not doing questions, you will not be able to get the confidence that level that yes, you are now prepared. So this is the I was thinking that how I will show you that yes, you have now achieved your position that you will pass now. So this is the thing what I was trying to tell you. I think I have delivered my thought. So can you tell me that have you are you able to understand that what I was trying to tell you? Because maybe somewhere I have not communicated so well, but I was trying to you all that you have to understand this. See, the CSSP is 2 inches deep and miles away. Means you don't have to configure the firewall, Cisco switches, router, all these. Only you have to know that uh, concept, concepts only, right? Someone else work for all these for you. Whatever you have convey, they have to do. So when you are CSSP certified, you will be able to you can give guidelines to healthcare like HIPAA and all.
Correct.
Similarly, in finance also, you are means you are above from them, but you can give them guidelines. Even you are not a CA and everything, but yes, you are in a position that you can guide them. Like,
So in your example, the experience and the knowledge which we gain makes it like this, is it?
no, if you are certified, that's CIS certified, then you can govern everyone. Either
Okay.
they are in medicals, or hospitality, yeah, hospital, or they are from finance background, or they are admin side. Everywhere you can you have means positions, right?
Okay. Got it.
Means in suppose first is CEO, then second I will show you next in the some topics in governance JRC. You will be able to understand that what I am telling to you.
Okay.
So I will start. Yes, I think we have to assess that what we have covered in last class. With these the other topics. I think all topics were easy topics. Any question from these? Okay, fine. Now we will cover NIST, NIST, and evaluate security governance principles, risk assessment, risk treatment, types of control, and business priorities, continuity requirements, and I think it is repeated. GRC, crime and breaches, and of course questions. We'll try to cover all these topics. Should I start from GRC or NIST? Okay, we'll finish in few minutes and then GRC part, because GRC is very big topic and we have to cover one by one. So what is the NIST? You have heard about this. Means this is a common framework and it is oftenly used in our organizations, right? Like second framework, most famous framework after 27001. Either you can say that both are equally popular, right?
Correct. Yeah. Right.
Have you implemented in your organization, or have you seen all these frameworks in your organization?
Yes. 27001. 2013. I have done quite long back. It's been 5 years when I was doing.
Uh-huh.
Recently, we implemented 27K 2022 version of ISO.
Right now, 2022 is
Yeah.
currently we are using. So, NIST is a framework introduced by the US government agencies for cybersecurity and all. And later on, it was used by the other countries. And because it is it talking about the access controls, awareness training, all about anything you can name. Here it is about talking about maintenance, incident response, identity and authentication, risk assessment, all these program management. These are the key topics they have introduced guidelines and each and everything controls and all. So how we have to ISO 27001 2022 93 controls are now, but identity, protect, detect, response, and recover. Identify means again you have to means first of all see the inventory and all your asset. Your posture management is very much required in your organization. Means if you know how much assets and where it is lying, then you will be able to manage that, right? So asset management is very important, and I don't know how how you are managing your organization, but nowadays um, barcode for each and every assets they are giving one's unique identity, right? In government, they are a traditional way means allocating the identity, but in private MNCs, I have seen that they are allocating unique ID through the barcode they are now using. So this is the way to identify the and vulnerability assessment, all these to identify the vulnerabilities. All the if you are able to identify the assets, then you will be able to manage this in first layer. Then protect, applying the appropriate controls, safeguards, right? And we'll talk about the later on. Then detect. Detection is very important, right? There are so many things like a SIEM solution and all. It be a log management. In this case, you will be able to detect. Then, if you are a response time, you are taking longer response, then you are far behind from the this. So response times will be less in the case of any incident and all. And if you have done all these, then recover, right? Recovering means in previous stage. Suppose you have mitigated something like and some controls, and your system start working, but after some time you have to restate the previous positions, right? Remediation and all. So these are this I have taken from your book only. Identity, protect, detect, and response. I was talking about the asset management, right? Asset management, business environment, governance, risk assessment, risk management. This is the identity. Then protect, identity management and access control, awareness training means unintentionally or intentionally they don't do something like that. They use harm the organization. Data security it is very important. Then information protection process and procedures, maintenance, proactive technology. Then detection is very important. Anomaly detection like UI and all, SIM solution. SOAR, SIM and SOAR now very much in fashion. Security continuous monitoring detection process. Then response. When you have detected and confirmed, then you have to give the response. Right? Communication, analysis, mitigation, improvements. If there is a scope to improve your system, then you can all these. Then recover. Right? These are the things. The in 7 inside domain 7, again we will discuss all these. Now governance. What is governance? Anyone? Today start governance or risk first?
Sir, my request would be risk.
Risk. Okay. Okay, we'll.
But others are also there. It's just my request.
I think we are first.
Yeah, I'm okay with risk, Ashish and Ram.
Okay, we can start this, but I think I was willing to because everyone has come with fresh mind, right? So governance was something that okay, we'll start this, no problem. So what is risk? What is risk? These are the topics we have to discuss: risk, threat vectors, vulnerabilities, assets. So what is risk? Anything which is not acceptable or not beneficial for the organization, right?
Yes, that's right. And
Any when we take
it
any
can
action
lead
or
to any kind of a harm, like let's
yes,
say um, the data loss or the reputational loss, anything which leads to it, we can call it as a risk.
okay. So suppose we are having a here house which is made by the marble, and another house is made by house made by wood. So what will be the threat for both? Suppose one threat is fire, right? So when a fire is equally harmful for
Fire
the
is
both assets,
fire will be more risky for wood house.
yes, means conditions are differ for both the houses. Means impact will be the different, right?
Correct, correct.
Means risk will be different for both the houses. So I think impact is directly proportional to the risk, right? If impact is high, then risk will be high. Impact will be less, then risk will be less, right? So R is equal to threat into vulnerabilities. Means suppose you have 10 vulnerabilities in your house, right? And there are three or four threats like fire, water, and theft, all these. So they will try one by one each vulnerabilities, right? So suppose five threats and 10 vulnerabilities. So total risk will be 50, right? And each threats and vulnerabilities having different impact also. So, so impact is impact be assessed in the probability, right? In percentage, means total 100% risk values. Threat vectors are source like sun. Light is if light is a threat, then sun is threat vector. Like water is, I suppose water or rain is a threat for any flood and all natural things. Then cloud will be the threat vector. Vulnerabilities, we talk about the loopholes, means which can be harmful for any asset. Asset can be the tangible and non-tangible, right? Means like employees, equipments, application, all. So how we'll calculate the risk? Uh, Risk is equal to threat into vulnerabilities, and what will be the impact? Means suppose one in annually only once flood is some places is coming. Natural threats and uh, artificial both can be the threats, like means hurricanes. Natural threats talk about the earthquake, flood. Just a second. These are the natural threats. So how will identify the risk? There is a three things we can identify that. How we have to do the BIA, business impact analysis. Either you have to meeting with your in organization with your key participants, means what are the assets there, and BA means vulnerability assessment also, and measure the value asset. You have to assign the value of each and every assets. That in that case only you have to decide the asset impact. Otherwise, you will not be able to decide the how much impact has been done. So it is the critical task for measuring the value and assets means searching the assets. So it is very important and critical task. Identifying an organization's asset and determining their values is a critical step in determining the appropriate levels of security, right? And this is the critical in each and every organization. So identify, then next step is there are 4 steps, right? Risk identification, risk analysis, risk evaluation, and risk treatment. See, these first 3 steps are risk assessment, and last one is risk treatment. Only 3 steps we can say that these are the risk assessment. We assess the, so how we identify the risk. As we have discussed that you have to identify the assets, identify the value, right, and assess the vulnerabilities, and you have to do the BIA, business impact analysis. We'll discuss more in later on BIA. Then risk analysis is very important. How we analysis? Means what will be the impact and how much will affect this risk, and what will the consequences for the organizations. Determining the probable frequency means how, suppose in a year how much times, how oftenly they are occurring in your organization. These are the, and what will be the probability of the impact. That is the risk analysis. Okay. And risk evaluation is the quantitative and qualitative both. Means we can measure the qualitative and quantitative, but most of the cases we do risk assessment in the organizations qualitative, because qualitative is taking less time, and quantitative is longer and requires more qualified assessor or auditor, and it will take longer time. We have done an ISO 27001 very deeply in risk assessment. There is a, if you are doing the ISO 27001, you have to do the risk assessment there. So you have to identify the asset, and you have to assign the each and every asset so ID and asset owner. And then if you are doing the qualitative, then there will be the high, medium, low. Means if you had done vulnerability assessment, that there are 10 levels of VSS, right? It's vulnerability score. So if you more than 7 score, you can say that it will be high or critical, and 3 more than 3, 4, 5, 6, medium, and less than 3, it will be come under low. So these are the types of assessments. Then risk treatment. One question sometimes they ask in CSSP that quantitative, that SLE means single loss exposure, means asset value and exposure factor. Exposure factor, I have told that impact means that suppose you have exposed one threat is exposed once or in a year 1, 2, 3 times, then you will be able to calculate that SLE, asset value into exposure factor. Suppose it occurs 6 times or 7 times in a year, then you have to annual loss, ALE, you have to control. ALE is SLE into ARO, annual rate of occurrence, right? Means I think you have done these questions, or we have to do. Actually, I have not made this slide. Okay, suppose there is a asset value of $1,000, right? And exposure factor is 60%. So SLE will be 6,000, right? Yes, SLE will be 6,000. Suppose $1,000 is excess value, and only one exposure is done in, then 60% value will be exposures factor. So total 6,000 will remains, means 40% has been done lost, right? And suppose this occurs twice in a year, then you can multiply this